Hello and welcome to IndiaPostLive.com, India's first live conversation web television. On Sunday night in Pune, a young IT professional called Mohsin Sadiq Sheikh had offered his evening namaz. He had packed dinner and he was walking home with a friend. The friend's name was Riaz. All of a sudden, he was attacked with hockey sticks and stones. Riaz managed to escape, but Mohsin suffered grievous injuries. By the time he was taken to hospital, he was dead. The question we are asking is, how intolerant are we becoming as a nation? Remember, there was already tension in the city after derogatory images of the Maratha king Shivaji, and Shiv Sena founder Bal Thackeray was doing the rounds on Facebook and WhatsApp. But this particular gentleman, Mohsin, was in no way related to those posts. We are going to have a conversation on this, and I would invite all of you to participate through your audio and video comments, your posts, your tweets, hashtag IndiaPostLive, @IndiaPostLive. If you want something to say, if you have something to say, you want to comment on it, please send us a participation request and we will definitely talk about it. Right now, joining me in the studio, I have with me CPI's leader, National Secretary of the CPI, Atul Anjan. Thank you so much for joining the conversation. I also have Vineet Goenka. Vineet is the co-founder of BJP's IT cell, a co-convener of BJP's IT cell, I'm sorry. Thank you so much, Vineet, for joining the conversation. We also hope to have many more online guests with us, including all of you, those who are watching this conversation, to discuss the issue. Atul sir, let me pose my first question to you, and I hope I'm posing it as a rational journalist. Do you think after the coming of Narendra Modi, after the huge numbers that the BJP got in these elections, do you think that has emboldened right-wing hooligans?
Nilanjana ji, it's a matter of great concern for all of us what is happening today. And especially we were expecting that the Prime Minister Narendra Modi will fulfill his dreams or the utterances which he has spoken during the last 6 months during the public meetings. But it seems that in country, after coming BJP into power and Narendra Modi as its leader, they think that this is the right time to do whatever they want, for which they were working during the last 50 or 60 years. And 1 or 2, 3 utterances of Mr. Narendra Modi may have a very strong bearing in the minds of such type of people, those who are basically a right, reactionary, influenced people. What Mr. Modi has said, for generations, for 3-4 generations have laid down their lives to achieve this goal. What is the goal? What is the goal?
What is the goal, Vineet?
It's very simple. I think it's very learned. So let me first tell Atulji has been a senior and we have learned many things from him. But 2 parts, Atulji I think is wrong, is the right-wing thinking like that. The entire goal is about Antodaya. Pandit Dindayal Upadhyay in 1961 itself had defined the goal. The goal is Antodaya, where the last man standing in the queue has to have his square meal. He has to have his beautiful life, what we dream for ourselves. Then only the dream will be fulfilled. That's the goal of our party, my leaders and myself. So we are striving for that. What has happened, what you narrated about the killing which happened in Pune, it has to be condemned.
And after that, you know what happened after that? Mosques were vandalized, Vineet.
Yeah.
The entire city was tense. Now it's only limping back to normalcy now. Pune, of course, the entire whole of Maharashtra. In fact, let me just tell you, homes, mosques, over 200 homes, mosques, buildings were vandalized. Madrasas were vandalized by a mob in Pune. In Shahi Kabristan Trust, the graves in Shahi Kabristan Trust, 5 mosques in the Hinjewadi area were also damaged. The Imam of Aisha Mosque was beaten up brutally. He is now recuperating in the Inamdar Hospital. What is happening?
See, let me first start by reiterating that this has to be condemned. Any kind of violence does not have any place in democracy, especially a country like ours where we have lived together for centuries. Bharatiya Janata Party, myself and all my leaders condemn this kind of action by anybody who has done it. A. B. We will also have to ask the Home Minister of Maharashtra what he was doing and what was his police doing there. It's a state's issue, so we'll have to ask them. We are not making a fuss out of it because we don't want to show that kids just because we have come in the center, the state is there. We will try to ask the state government what they are doing. A. B. I also have a small request with the media. There have been 2 deaths of technology guys there. When the first death happened, one of the respected newspapers wrote that a techie was killed, murdered, period. That was over. When the second death happened, they mentioned the religion of that guy who was killed and the religion of the people who killed him.
Okay, now let
me complete. Otherwise, we'll make some weird. My request to all the learned people, be it from media or from any political party, is that how do you differentiate death? A death has to be condemned in any form. The first case, it was just a technology guy who died, and the second case, it was a particular religion being dead with killing by somebody done. So one of my request is that either don't compare deaths with this. It has to be just period condemned.
Okay. Vineet, the people who killed him, Vineet, the people who were arrested were members of the Hindu Rashtra Sena.
Who are they?
I'm asking you that. Who are they? They are right-wing hooligans, and they have suddenly come out on the streets and they're killing people.
Any 2 people.
People wearing a skull cap and a beard. You know, Riaz was let off because he didn't have a beard.
They should be arrested. They should be punished under the law. Period. Whoever they are, whatever name they are using, we have to condemn it, and that is the stand of the party and me both. We cannot allow any kind of violence in this country. When the country has come back into a fantastic democracy mode, where we have got one party has got total majority,
yes,
where we are back to the normalcy, we are talking about democracy, development, and where we want to do deliver the fruits which we are delivered in Gujarat. We would like that people will have the same fruits of development which we had in Gujarat across the country. We don't want to differentiate on the basis of gender, sex, religion, language or states. Let the progress happen to everybody and anybody. Whatever is this organization, I have never heard this organization. I come from Maharashtra. My entire childhood has gone there. I have spent a lot of time there in Pune. When I was
the founder of this organization, his name is Jairam Desai.
Whoever it is, it has to be condemned. Any death, any killing because of identification. If the
BJP is distancing itself from the Hindu Rashtra Sena.
Actually, it was never known to us.
It was never known to them.
Somebody who just gets up and puts a name cannot be identified.
No, which is why at the beginning of the show I called them right-wing hooligans. I called them right-wing thugs. And have they been emboldened after Mr. Modi's or after the BJP is coming out in such huge numbers? You know, and I want to pose another question, but first let me get a reaction from Atulji.
You see, Vineet ji is a young man, and he, being an IT professional, very skillfully has developed his idea. And he says, what the Maharashtra government was doing. So see, in Badayu, 2 girls were raped and they were killed
and hanged.
The central government writes to letter to the UP chief minister and asks the report to send immediately. Here, a very sensitive issue where mosques are being destroyed, where a minority boy has been killed by hooliganism, and making the Hindu Sena, Rashtra Sena, whatever is Sena. The government is not working because I say, what is the Gujarat model? The Akhil Bharati Vidyarthi Parishad people, when 4 or 5 years back in public eye, they demonstrated and they molested, I can say, the girls, those who were participating in the fashion show. What government of Maharashtra at then Chief Minister Mr. Narendra Modi has done? No action. Then that what is the card? Card is given 1 year in the greetings. Valentine's Day. Vandalization has taken place by the ABVP, by the pro-Hindu organization, by pro-Shiv Sena people in Maharashtra and all that. What has been done? Nothing. It is the Gujarat model. And by this they are taking, you see, they are taking inspiration. And now the Hindi mein कहते हैं, in Ramcharitmanas, Goswami Tulsidas ji has written, Samarth ko nahi dos gosai. If somebody is powerful, nobody can finger him. That's happening.
Nobody can finger because...
Samarth ko dosh nahi kare. I'll answer. Atulji, you know that my entire career started with Vidyarthi Parishad. 9 years I was in Vidyarthi Parishad. And
did you beat up young men and women?
No, that's not we were never taught by anybody to do that. I have never done that. I have been from the field like you have been. I respect a lot about your philosophy.
I can tell you, I got a lot of Valentine's Day cards.
So unfortunately, I never got and I never wrote to somebody. But
I got many.
Then.
Sir, आप smart भी तो दिखते हो. See,
You are better than me.
very simple name, man. Nobody will look
Baba,
at
But no,
I'm
let's
having a beard, Baba,
focus
what is
back
that?
on the issue.
Coming
Let's
the
focus
serious
back
I'm
on
not a
the issue.
chinky
Yeah.
type of person. That is a beard.
Let's
and all
focus,
that.
no,
So
let's
coming
come
on the
back to the
seriousness,
issue. Yeah.
so let me correct Atulji's some details. A, Vidyarthi Parishad has never got into this and we don't have any kind of stand on either on the 14th February Valentine's Day thing and never got into vandalizing. The first thing which was taught to us was to address anybody and everybody as the sister. If you see my
Yes.
communications and my all the blogs and when I address, even if you ask the staff of the team which works with me and everybody, a girl can easily say that Vineet identifies everybody this and this comes from the sanskar which we had. Sir, आपने दोहा भी बताया. So एक और there is one more saying in Hindi. I don't know the author's name. It says सावन के अंदर को सब कुछ हरा दिखता है. Unfortunately, CPI feels that everything with BJP, ABP is wrong and wrong.
Okay.
Sir,
Okay, let's hold that thought. Let's hold that thought.
Niranjana, I just want to tell Vineet ji, the person is no more a very veteran leader of yours who is very dear to all BJP people. His daughter was in a fashion show. Their ABVP people have vandalized the whole show. I don't want to refer the mention. This is the point.
Okay, all right. Let me go across now to Vinita.
Refer.
That has nothing to do
Let
with
me
Her
go across to
daughter
Vinita
was there in
Deshmukh.
that function.
I know the
in show.
incidents which you
Yes.
are mentioning, but it has nothing to do with Vidyarthi Parishad.
It was the Vidyarthi Parishad
We are
people.
talking of
The cases
intolerance.
were
We are
against
talking.
them.
Let me go across now to Vinita Deshmukh ji. She is a journalist and RTI activist from Pune. Vinita ji, the question that I have posed in this conversation, to which I welcome you and thank you for joining, is: are right-wing hooligans, right-wing thugs, if I may use the word, have they become emboldened after the huge majority with which the BJP has come? Now, you have also heard Vineet Goenka saying that he has not heard of the Hindu Rashtra Sena, he does not know who they are, and obviously the BJP is not willing to associate themselves with this kind of an action. But what are your thoughts on the ground? You are from Pune. Do you think these people have become emboldened?
All right, now let me put the entire issue in perspective. Firstly, this has nothing to do with Narendra Modi, victory, Gujarat, and in fact in Maharashtra, politicians from all political parties have really behaved in a very mature and sensible manner. Now this Rashtra Sena
Hindu Rashtra
is
Sena,
a
yeah.
2-decade fly-by-night organization, and this Mr. Desai's only ambition is to create, religious inflammation. Like for example, in the early 2000s, it is on police record that he has desecrated religious shrines in Pune of various religions, and not only of one particular religion. He has broken and attacked ABP Madha and 2 other TV channels on some story that they covered. He catches hold of teenager boys in the outward fringe neighborhood of Pune, and who don't even know what is Shivaji, what is Islam, and they are told that whoever has a beard or cap, make fun of them, stop them on the way, and these are the kinds of tricks that he's playing. Now last month on the Facebook, he put up a police notice, the police had warned him that since you are going for this particular program, please ensure you do not give hate speech. To that in the Facebook he has written that I have so many such notices that if I sell them, I will get 5,000 rupees. So my point is this, that there are 2 facts, let's accept it. One is, it has been the murder of a Muslim youth. 2 is that it has been done by the Hindu Rashtra Sena members.
Yes.
Since they are arrested, although the leader still says that it is not his outfit. So instead of getting into this religious fanatic, the point is that such fly-by-night organizations are cropping up in Maharashtra since 2000, and what are the police doing? The police, according to experts, have completely abandoned their network of informers, local informers. In Hadappsar, every gully has this menace of these teenagers who are only insinuating. And now the police has got into action and says that every constable has to do groundwork on why this is happening when Pune had been peaceful, even during the Babri
Yes.
Masjid demolition, between the community leaders and the police there has been talk. But in this case, it is so unfortunate that Pune has to witness this, not because of any electoral mandate,
Okay.
but because of the Pune police, who are absolutely lackadaisical, and they only have now jumped up after a death. Come on. So let us be very mature, and you know, these
All
kind
right.
of people like Desai, they want they want to project themselves in a manner so that they become a part of some political outfit.
All right.
That is their ambition.
Okay,
and I
Vinita ji.
think we as a media should not own these ambitions.
Okay, Vinita ji, fine. Your point taken. You're saying that this was an episode in which, you know, where the police are responsible because they have not really done anything to stop, and these fly-by-night such organizations are gaining foothold in your state. All right, let me get Ashwati Senan, who joins us online from New Delhi. Ashwati is a research scholar from Delhi University. Ashwati, welcome to the conversation. Can you hear me? No, I am not getting Ashwati's audio. Ashwati?
Yeah.
Okay, Ashwati, can you please speak a bit louder?
Hi, can you hear me now?
Very faintly. Ashwati, you have been listening, I think, to most of the conversation when you logged on. What are your views? What was your first thought when you read this particular story of the Pune techie being killed? You know, what was your the first thought that went through your mind?
As far as, can you hear me now? Yeah, the first thought, if you can think of, I mean, one thing that came to my mind is this is not one of the, this is not an episode that we need to think of only in terms of a Muslim being attacked by a Hindu right-wing organization, because episodes of this sort against women, like the pub attack in Mangalore, or the women being, or couples being attacked in parks or such public spaces during Valentine's Day, or Hindu girls marrying Muslims, like in the name of love jihad, what is being told in like how they need to be served, etc., etc. So when such a government, like such a government which has come from a particular ideology, which has a majoritarian ideology, comes into power, does such things, I think, like are things that would automatically come along with it. So I think we need to think of it not necessarily as something that are like a right-wing thing against Muslims alone, but a right-wing thing against all sorts of minorities. Let it be gender, let it be Dalits, let it be gay rights, or let it be like anything of that sort. So I think that is an important thing that we need to consider instead of like thinking of only it in terms of religion itself.
Okay, Ashwati, women are not really a minority, but your point taken that these attacks are not only on the Muslims but also on you know, a lot of issues, you know, issue-based attacks as you're pointing out. Okay, Atulji, let me just get back to you, and you let me again play devil's advocate here. Shashi Tharoor himself has made a comment. He has said that Narendra Modi has been talking about inclusiveness. He has been talking about inclusiveness, but the message has not permeated. The message has not reached everyone. Would you agree?
Nilanjana ji, very fact is this. If we see Congress party today, there is no ideology of Congress party. De-idealization of Congress
For a
party
change,
has
I
taken
agree.
change.
For a change, Vineet agrees. Okay, go on.
And then, because it has nothing to do with the Nehruvian policy, because Chidambaram-like people have said it has nothing, it is redundant today. They have nothing to do with the Indira Gandhi policies, which is, they just put the photograph of Madam Indira Gandhi just for collecting the votes. But actually what I think, Shashi Tharoor type of people have entered into the Congress party. They don't know the history, the struggle, the ideological orientation, the issues of this country, the society in this country. They were out of this country somehow in electoral politics. We find the communal, irresponsible murderer, rapist got elected. He also got elected and he thinks he is the leader. And I think today the problem with the Congress party is there. Leaving few, there are leaders, those who are really leaders. most of the Congress party leaders are functioning like a fixers. And I think...
No, let's...
No, I'm telling you,
Let's pertain to this issue,
No,
sir.
I'm speaking, because such type of thing, when Shashi says, what is in mind? All the point, he is the other government and he was in minister and all that. It has been all useless things.
Okay, let me get Dr. Surendra Kumar Jain.
What Sonia Gandhi and Rahul Gandhi has said about Narendra Modi, they do according to
But that failed. That failed. The entire electoral.
No, fail means what? If I say something and I don't get elected, it means everything what I have said failed.
No,
it doesn't mean that.
Okay, we'll continue this. Let me quickly talk to Dr. Surendra Kumar Jain, who's the All India Secretary of the VHP, the Vishwa Hindu Parishad. He is joining us on the phone line. Dr. Surendra Kumar Jain, thank you so much for joining the conversation. Sir, your first comments on the killing of Mohsin Sadiq Sheikh in Pune. Your first comments, sir. This was done allegedly by members of the Hindu Rashtra Sena, and about 17 of them have so far been arrested.
मैंने इस कार्यक्रम के शुरू में थोड़ा सा ज्वाइन किया था
जी।
आपने जिस ढंग से प्रेजेंटेशन किया और इस घटना को नरेंद्र मोदी के आने से जोड़ा
जी।
मुझे पहले लग रहा था कि आप कोई सेंसिबल बातचीत कर रहे होंगे, मैं ज्वाइन कर सकूंगा, लेकिन आप विशुद्ध पॉलिटिकल इश्यूज को लेकर इसको पॉलिटिक्स के साथ अनावश्यक जोड़ने की कोशिश कर रहे हैं। ये घटनाएं पहले भी नहीं, रुकिए, ये घटनाएं पहले भी हुई हैं, कोई पहली बार नहीं हुई है और ये भारत के लिए नई चीज है। ये जो इनटॉलरेंस है ये भारत का मूल चरित्र नहीं है, लेकिन दुर्भाग्य तब होता है जब कहीं मोहम्मद साहब के बारे में कोई चीज आती है और उसका रिएक्शन बंबई में, मेरठ में, बाकी जगह देखने को मिलता है, उसकी चिंता आप लोग नहीं करते। पुणे में जो हुआ है ये दुर्भाग्यपूर्ण है, मैं सहमत नहीं हूं। कोई भी चीज का समाधान हिंसा नहीं हो सकती, वो बैठकर बातचीत के माध्यम से, कानूनी रास्तों से हो सकता है। जितना वो गलत है उतना ही छत्रपति शिवाजी के बारे में या बाला साहब ठाकरे के बारे में नेगेटिव कमेंट्स देना वो भी उतना ही गलत है।
बिल्कुल।
क्योंकि मैं ब्लॉग लिखता हूं विश्व हिंदू परिषद के लिए और उस ब्लॉग को लिखते समय मेरे पास जो कमेंट्स आते, वो कमेंट्स बहुत गालियों से भरे हुए या इस तरह के भी आते हैं, क्योंकि मैं जानता हूं कि जो इंटॉलरेंट हैं वो इसी तरह की भाषा का प्रयोग करेंगे, लेकिन मैं उस पर एजिटेट नहीं होता हूं। मुझे मालूम है उनका बेसिक कैरेक्टर यही है, वो इसका रिएक्शन ऐसे ही देने वाले हैं, मैं उसको डिलीट कर देता हूं, वो मेरे लिए महत्व का विषय नहीं रहता। लेकिन हर आदमी इतने खुले विचारों का नहीं होता। जिस समय बंबई के अंदर सैनिकों के ऊपर हमले किए गए या हमारी जो स्मृति सैनिकों की स्मृति का वो बनाया हुआ है जैसे दिल्ली में है, उसके ऊपर जिस तरह से हमला हुआ या पुलिस कांस्टेबल्स के कपड़े जिस तरह से फाड़े गए, लेडी कांस्टेबल्स के, मैं ये चाहता हूं आप लोगों को इस तरह के रिएक्शंस को भी क्रिटिसाइज करना चाहिए। शायद उसके रिएक्शन में ही इस तरह की प्रतिक्रिया देखने को मिलती है जो पुणे में मिली है, और मैं भी चिंतित हूं आपकी तरह से, और हम भी कोशिश करेंगे कि इस तरह का एंग्री रिएक्शन नहीं आना चाहिए। लेकिन मैं आप लोगों से रिक्वेस्ट करूंगा कि जो दूसरी तरफ से इस तरह का रिएक्शन आता है या जिस तरह से हिंदू देवी देवताओं का या हिंदू महापुरुषों का अपमान, क्योंकि मैं कई तरह की वेबसाइट्स देखता हूं, मैं नाम नहीं लूंगा किस रिलीजन से जुड़ी हैं, उसका कोई लाभ नहीं है, लेकिन जिस तरह की टिप्पणियां वहां पर की जाती हैं वो हाईली ऑब्जेक्शनेबल हैं। उस पर रिएक्शंस यदि वो करते हैं तो इधर से भी हो सकता है, इसलिए दोनों तरफ की चीजें रोकनी चाहिए। और मेरा आपसे निवेदन है, आप सब लोगों से जो इस टॉक में शामिल हैं, कृपया इसको राजनीति से न जोड़ें। नरेंद्र मोदी नहीं आते तो क्या ये रिएक्शन नहीं होता?
हाँ सर, मैं वही सवाल पूछ रही हूँ, क्योंकि मैं क्यों पूछ रही हूँ ये भी मैं आपको बता दूँ। आफ्टर दिस इंसिडेंट हैपेंड, Vineet, I would like you to know this. There were these SMSs. These SMSs that were, doing the rounds, in the mobiles of these people who were arrested. The SMS said, "Pehli wicket padi." It means the first wicket has fallen. That is the reason, Dr. Jain, I am asking on behalf of a lot of people जो डरे हुए हो सकते हैं, जिनको डर लग सकता है, because Mohsin was in no way related to that Facebook or WhatsApp post. वो सिर्फ निकला था घर से खाना लाने, खाना पैक करके वो घर जा रहा था अपने दोस्त के साथ और उस पर हमला हुआ, वो मर गया। मैं इसीलिए ये सवाल पूछ रही हूँ, पहली विकेट पड़ी, इसका क्या अर्थ है? विनीत साहब, इफ यू कुड प्लीज टेल अस, what are your thoughts on this? I mean, don't you think it's scary? It is scary to a lot of people.
I'll tell you, if this SMS has to be related with this kind of heinous incidents of murder, then it has to be condemned, as I said it. But I agree with Dr. Jain that probably what we do is we read too much things in this. Yesterday when Honorable Mundeji's funeral was going on, there was SMSs done in Mumbai where somebody wrote from that one particular religion saying that one of the wicket is down, and I have the SMS also. But we wanted the captain to be down, which can be read in various terminologies.
Of course.
And what we simply advise to the person who got this SMS is to go to the police station and file a complaint against the guy who has sent it.
Right.
Okay. And now here I could actually insist and make a hue and cry, and he is talking about Modi ji. Right. My request to you, like what Dr. Jain said, is that we should not read too much in these kind of things. Do not create this kind of things, because these are individuals who have no agenda, no ideology. These are fly-by-night.
You're talking of these, the Hindu Rashtra Sena.
Whosoever this organization.
The alleged, the people who are allegedly.
You are trying to call it as an organization. See, organization is what, I may have a severe difference of opinion with Atulji. From my childhood, I have been Sangh Swayam Sevak, then Varga, this thing, and after that Vidyarthi Parishad, I have been fighting with SFI and DYFI in my colleges. But here, I'll tell you, we never had violence. We always had debates and we disagreed. So before the program also, when I saw Atulji coming in, we had a healthy smile.
No,
we do not agree. So we never had anything called as anger against each other. We have had dislikes. We had dislikes on the philosophy. Now somebody who comes up like this, organization means what? Organization is made up of various things: philosophy, programs, and agendas. If organization is not a gang of 4 guys, this is not to be called as organization. The moment you address it as an organization, you are doing injustice to the literature. You will have to address this as to be a gang. This is a gang of somebody trying to put some name. So today, what, Atulji comes out with 4 people and has a malicious intention, and he says it is a Stalin gang. It cannot be true. It cannot be called as an organization. It has to be called an organization which has got a philosophy which is in the interest of the humanity, in the interest of the country. So let us all come together to condemn it.
Let me, in fact, Vinita ji and also Ashwati, let me first, try and get you. You spoke of the SMS.
Some points here, I think.
You want to respond to that?
Yes,
okay.
yes.
Yeah,
I just want to say this.
I think Surendra ji also has a point to make. We'll go to him. Yeah.
This Hindu Rashtra Sena.
Yeah.
What is that? Mr. Desai. Many cases last 10 years. And I read it. His idea is very much influenced by the Nathuram Godse. I know all these things. So I think nothing has been seriously taken, and according to the law, some sort
Vinita ji is blaming the police entirely. She's saying that
it says
so many
police is a very small target. In Pune, police is being targeted. In Badaयूं targeted. Today in Devariya something happened. What police will do? Police. Do you want that every person have a police with him? He should be covered by the commandos. Every person. No. What sort of intolerant society we are making? Okay. It's the intolerance. You see, this way we will not allow the women to board on a train or in a bus or to move on the market. It means they should remain inside. This is a Talibani hukumnama. And I say Hindu Rashtra Sena. This is not Rashtra Sena. They are defaming Hindu. These are in the garb of Taliban, they are the Hindu Rashtra Sena. And they should be condemned. Not only condemned, I think Prime Minister should come out and say, this hooliganism will never be tolerated. Because not only one, and all mean, my friend Vineet has said, a newspaper has said, Arey Baba, Sheikh Muhammad means everybody understands it's a Muslim. Whether you put my name Atul Kumar, it means a Hindu. You can't make it by that way. The names clearly identify. Only in India, Christian names you can't understand, because now Christians put the Arun Kumar, Akhilesh Kumar. But they are the Christians. They adopt the local dialect and local name. So I say that on this issue, Prime Minister is speaking very high things. It's an indication what happened. First, he should write a letter to the Maharashtra government, as it was done in Badaयूं case. The number two, this fellow, Desai, should be kept. All his property should be attached and he should be sent to the jail. Number 3, Prime Minister should say and ask his party and other organization not to indulge in such type of activities.
Dr. Surendra Jain, if you're still online on the phone with us, can you react to that, please? Dr. Jain?
आ रही थी अतुल जी की बात सुनकर, क्योंकि ये कह रहे थे कि नरेंद्र मोदी को इसके लिए सामने आकर बोलना चाहिए। मुझे लग रहा है इसके इरादे ध्यान में आ रहे हैं, क्योंकि इसका अर्थ क्या है ये सब लोग समझते हैं। वास्तव में क्या जिस तरह से छत्रपति शिवाजी का या बाल ठाकरे का फोटो गलत ढंग से दिया गया, क्या उस व्यक्ति को अरेस्ट नहीं करना चाहिए? शुरुआत वहां से होती है। जो उन्होंने किया वो भी गलत है। इसलिए मेरा ये कहना है कि सोशल मीडिया पर कुछ रेस्ट्रेन रहना ही चाहिए। दूसरों की भावनाएं अपमानित ना हो, इसका भी ध्यान इन लोगों को रखना चाहिए। मैंने नहीं सुना किसी को कि किस तरीके से कोई पैगंबर साहब के ऊपर घटिया चीजें इस तरह की करता हो।
बाबर ने अगर मस्जिद बनाई 400 साल पहले, तो जुम्मन को आज सजा देंगे?
मेरे को बात पूरी होने दीजिए, सिर्फ अपनी बात कहिए, है ना? अच्छा यही रहेगा, क्योंकि मैंने आपकी बात को पूरा ध्यान से सुना। मेरी भी बात सुन लीजिए आराम से। तो मोदी को हर चीज के लिए बीच में घसीटना कि ही इज टॉकिंग वेरी हाई, तो वो कोई गलत काम कर रहे हैं क्या? देश के लिए अगर ऊंचा बोल रहे हैं, कोई अच्छी बातें ला रहे हैं, 10 दिन में जो करके दिखाया है, क्या उन्होंने इन लोगों को कहा है कि उसको मासूम आदमी को मारो? अब वो मासूम है कि नहीं? क्योंकि मैं आज सुबह से टीवी पर यही देख रहा था कि जो गलत मैसेज डालने वाला व्यक्ति है वो यही था। ये मुझे टीवी पर सुबह से दिखाया गया। अब मुझे नहीं मालूम कि कहां कंफ्यूजन है, वो गलत है कि आप लोग गलत हैं, लेकिन जिसने भी किया है वो गलत है। मारना भी गलत है, वो दोनों चीजें गलत हैं, और दोनों तरह के व्यक्तियों को सजा मिलनी चाहिए। यही चीज आगे के लिए रोक पाएगी।
सर, एक सवाल।
जिसने गलती की, अगर इस तरह का मैसेज भेजा तो उसके खिलाफ कानूनी कार्रवाई न करो, बस उसे दुनिया से हटा दो, इस धरती से उड़ा दो। और एक बात और डॉक्टर साहब कहे, मैंने जब कहा नरेंद्र मोदी जी को आके इस पर कुछ कहना चाहिए, वो तो राष्ट्र के नायक बन गए हैं, उनकी बात तो करोड़ों लोग सुन रहे हैं। इसलिए मैं कह रहा हूं, जब इतना बड़ा विश्वास उनके प्रति है लोगों में, तो वो अगर कहेंगे तो लोगों को उनकी बात को मानना पड़ेगा। इसलिए मैंने कहा है।
नरेंद्र
मोदी के खिलाफ है, मैं उनको तो बड़ा महत्व दे रहा हूँ, आप उनके महत्व को कम कर रहे हैं।
Are we becoming more intolerant? That is the question. Vineet, are we?
Definitely इन लोगों ने किया है।
नहीं, शुरुआत किसने की? I mean, of course, that is always debatable. In fact, Vineet, before I come to you, Dr. Jain.
Is it debatable?
No, Dr. Jain, let me first. आपने सोशल मीडिया पे जो बात कही, इस मुद्दे पे बहुत सारे रिएक्शंस आए हैं, बहुत सारे रिएक्शंस आए हैं। Can I please play them on for you? और मैं पढ़ के भी सुनाती हूँ आपके लिए, ताकि आपको भी आसानी हो।
मुझे तो लग रहा है डॉक्टर जैन ये कहना चाह रहे हैं कि अगर अतुल कुमार अंजान मोदी जी की नीतियों की मुखालफत करें या उनका विरोध करें, तो इस धरा से उनको समाप्त कर देना चाहिए।
ये इंटॉलरेंस क्रिएट करते हैं अतुल अंजान। आप जैसे लोग हैं जो इस दुनिया के अंदर आग भड़काते हैं।
नहीं, हम आग नहीं भड़काते।
क्या मतलब है इस बात का?
मेरा व्यक्तिगत समझ ये है कि मैं चाहता हूं कि नरेंद्र मोदी जी आकर इस पर कहें कि इस तरह की स्थिति न हो।
मैं उनको कोई गलत बात कही है, हर एक इशू पर मोदी को लेकर आ रहे हैं, और मैंने अपने विचार रख दिए कि नहीं आप ठीक नहीं है, तो क्या मैं आपको दुनिया से हटाने की बात कर रहा हूँ?
मत हटाइए,
सेंसिबल टॉक
मत हटाइए सुरेंद्र जी, अभी मुझे बहुत कुछ करना है, आपके सहयोग से करना है।
Okay, let me quickly get you the responses that have come on social media, Vineet, and also Atul ji for you. Surendra ji, मैं पढ़ के सुनाती हूँ. Vinita ma'am, I'm sure, and also Ashwati might be seeing that on the screen. I'm against Congress, but if there would have been BJP government in Maharashtra, we would not have even known about the Pune techie murder. This is somebody, from Aam Aadmi Party. Okay, then there is another message on Facebook. If you are so afraid of us, there are 48 Islamic countries. Leave, because we just have one. Okay, so that is again another very strong. Surendra ji, I hope you are listening to this. Okay, this is something which somebody has said. Why was that Muslim boy killed? For what reason? Was he supposed to get killed? Why is no one talking about it? Do we have any journalists on Facebook in the country? ये हम पे आरोप डाल रहे हैं जर्नलिस्ट पे कि हम कुछ कर नहीं रहे हैं शायद। इनका जो angst है, the pain, I think is justified. Why did he have to get killed even if he had committed?
I would have wished, Nilanjana ji, that the research team which has pulled out these 3 particular tweets or Facebook posting should have also put out the thousands of tweets and the Facebook messages which has come to condemn this issue.
Of course.
This is microscopic.
We showed one which is condemned. We also showed one which is.
Let me tell and let me take a stand and let me tell you. we have been, this country which is a fantastic country, we have been here for thousands of years, living, coexisting with others. This is a microscopic minority which creates problem between religions, between classes, between genders. What we do is, by talking on this kind of show about them, we try to fulfill their wishes, which is that to be identified. This is a sick mentality, people. This come from
But you can't ignore this, na Vineet?
No, we should not
You
ignore.
cannot ignore
We
this
should not
killing.
ignore. We should not ignore. Neither we should give them so much of weightage that,
Okay.
that it becomes
Okay.
a trend of people to do this kind of activities. I'll tell you, this kind of intolerance can be only identified. They should be booked under the provisions of law. We cannot go to extreme steps of saying that we should attach the properties and all. Let the law take its own turn. We would ask the Home Minister of Maharashtra to take action, and then whatever is the provision of law, this can be done. And law and order should be immediately restored. Let me come and answer one question which Atulji has been asking. Okay, what happens in Maharashtra and UP, Budayu and Pune? We have seen intolerance against people from various communities and class, and especially from the political classes in Kerala and West Bengal. There's been a trend by those respective state governments when they have to kill people who do not fall into line to the communist this thing. We have always condemned that. We never get into violence. What we have done is we stood there, we went on there, we preached our philosophy, we talked to the people, and you see the results today that we have come in power. I think what we'll have to do is, all of us have to come together. We all have same intentions. The directions may be different. We'll have to align the directions, bring all the parties together. I would request people like Atulji saying that come together, let us condemn these people together and bring back the development on the road. See, we have been suffering for last 10 years. Youngsters don't have job. The entire capital is eroded.
Right.
Our respect in the international
and
market
Mr.
has come
Modi
down.
has come as a development messiah.
Yeah, so why
I'm
not-
not
yeah,
denying
no,
that.
let us-
It is not, don't put it only 10 years. Put 16 years. Right from 1999, it is the era from Atal Bihari Vajpayee to Manmohan Singh. This era is responsible all sorts of socio-political economic crisis.
Okay,
and
now
a
we are
religious
talking
crisis
of, we are talking
also.
of intolerance.
And the vandalism which
Let's
has grown up
restrict
in
the
this
show
country.
to intolerance, please. I would like to take final comments from Vinita Deshmukh ji. Vinita ji, you have been listening. You are saying that, let's not bring in the larger issue of, how certain people might have been emboldened. Your final comments, we have to wrap up the conversation. As of now, the conversation will continue online through your posts, but your final comments, ma'am.
I just think it's a very social media issue.
Yeah.
Wherein, how the Assamese students from all of the country, they suffered because of a SMS. There was such a chaos in Azad Maidan ground in Bombay. So, or if you see the earlier 2-3 such kind of insinuations, they have been done by the social media. And that is why I say, so, I did not hear what Mr. Jain said, but, the CPIM leader, he mentioned something about Modi coming and apologizing. Now, this Sonia Gandhi, then Manmohan Singh should have apologized, any prime minister who comes apologize. I'm saying that is not the answer. The answer is the police knew that his Facebook page had 55,000 likes.
All right.
He has been being served notices. Why couldn't they take action? So my final word is, we have to look into this social media insinuation and strike at that. And the police
right.
is the law enforcing authority at the local
Okay.
level. And what about the Maharashtra
So basically
Chief
put it
Minister?
under the
I
view
have
of
particular
cybercrime.
problem.
No, I have not asked Mr. Narendra Modi to
To
apologize. I have
yeah.
said it that he should appeal. There is a difference between apologize
He
and
did say appeal. He did say appeal. All right.
Don't
Vinita ji,
distort my
I
words.
believe that,
Don't
law-
distort my words. I have said not to
law
apologize,
enforcing
but to
authorities
appeal. And
are
every
the
Prime Minister
rights
has a right to
of
appeal.
people, and it's a governance and not government.
And I hope when the
Dr.
Prime
Jain.
Minister will address the nation, he will take note of this one.
Dr. Jain, your final comments on this conversation. आपने इतने सारे व्यू पॉइंट्स आए हैं इस शो पे, आपके फाइनल पॉइंट्स. Dr. Jain? Dr. Jain, are you with us on the phone line? Okay, I think Dr. Jain is not with us. We will try and get him. Okay, Atulji, you were saying.
I say that tolerance is the need of the hour.
Right.
And we are multi-dimensional society. Multi-culture, multi-language, multi-religion and all that. And within the religion there are sub-religions. So we have to tolerate, but at the same time there is a threat perception in the mind of the minorities, whether it is Sikh minority, whether it is a Muslim minority, whether it is Jains, whether it is Buddhist, all such type exist. And they think that the Hindu domination will destroy them. I think there should be no such type of, feeling in the minds of the people, and for that we should work together, that all sorts of such type of idea should be sorted out. India is basically a democratic country. No power, whosoever much powerful, can destroy and dismantle or try to defame our constitution, and within the constitution we have to work.
Right. Ashwati, let me get final comments from you. How this threat perception that Atulji just mentioned, how do we overcome this threat perception? Your final comments, Ashwati.
One level, I think social media is one of the the only means through which lot of enthusiastic, or probably those who don't want to be, or probably due to their situations, are not able to get involved in political activities, and and social media allows a very strong and vibrant platform for them to intervene and interact in such incidents. Now, one thing that I was wondering about is, every time I googled about this particular episode, every newsletter said, every news item mentioned a derogatory photo that was shared, and nowhere could I find that photograph.
It has been removed, Ashwati. It has been taken down.
Yeah, it has been taken down. So I was wondering
that Rohingya Muslim issue was like that.
Yeah, 1 second. Let Ashwati finish, because there's an audio issue.
My question is, who brands it as defamatory or derogatory? Okay, a certain section of people can take offense with that, but unless it is probably branded or probably notified as something that is derogatory, whether we or the media or internet for that matter has the right to do it. That is one question I would like to pose.
Ashwati, yes or no question. Do you think the secular rationalists must stand up now and say enough is enough? Yes or no? Definitely yes. All right, Ashwati, thank you so much. Vineet, final comments from you. We have 20 seconds. Sorry.
Okay, I remember one poem which my father taught me, and I would like to tell that 2 lines, and probably that he always taught me a poem which I'm trying to retract. is निर्माणों के पावन युग में चरित्र निर्माण ना भूले, स्वार्थ साधना की आंधी में वसुधा का कल्याण न भूले. So this is the nirman ka time. This is a time when the development has to come. So we cannot have our own swarth. So if there are people who have their own intentions and swarth, we should put them back, and we should only create nirman, which is the next 5 years. There has to be development.
So the only agenda we have to focus on development is what Vineet Goenka, who is the co-convener of BJP's IT cell, says. I would like to thank Vinita Deshmukh ji for joining us with her insights into the entire episode. Thank you so much, Vinita ji. Ashwati, thank you so much for your comments. Thank you so much for joining us in the conversation. Atul ji, you're looking very thoughtful. Dr. Surendra Jain, thank you so much. आपने हमसे बात की. Thank you so much for your thoughts. Atul ji, you're looking worried. You're looking a bit thoughtful. But I would like to thank you. And let me tell you, the conversation is continuing on IndiaPostLive.com with your posts.
I just want to mention one line.
One line? Promise me one line, because we really have to.
In Burma, Rohingya Muslims issue was shown in the television, and that has created communal riots in many places in India. I think such type of things should not be displayed, and social media should also know its restriction and social responsibility.
Okay, a more responsible social media is what Atul Anjan and Vinita ji are in fact calling for, but especially tolerance. Thank you so much, Atul ji, for joining the conversation. Vineet, of course, it's always a pleasure having you. Thank you so much. The conversation continues through your posts, audio posts, video posts, and your tweets. Thanks.